then a lot of people can deploy it, like, on their studio as well, right? So I think we have enough people, Jyotirmaya, we can, like, pick things up.
Okay. Okay, okay, just a minute, guys. I'm just okay. So basically, today we will be starting from this end. Okay, X nodes and X node, OpenMesh Cloud, and OpenX token. Okay, so guys, before starting into X node thing, because it is a topic in itself. So first of all, we have to know about the nodes and basically architecture of nodes, which is available in the blockchain. So are you guys aware of it? Basically, node architecture of blockchain. Are like guys, are you aware of the blockchain? Like some emojis and all, so that I will be having some like background. Okay, so you guys are not aware of blockchain. Okay, not a problem. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so I can see like most of you guys are not aware of the decentralized like nodes and all distribution of node basically. So just a minute. So the most important thing about blockchain, like we have two technology in terms of web development basically, which you can say that is Web 2 and Web 3. And the most distinguished part between both of these things are the data, basically ownership of data, you can say. So in terms of Web 2, the entire data set or entire data is owned by a company or an entity or an organization. Okay, simple thing. That data is not distributed. That data is not distributed to the people and to other as well. Okay, but when we come to Web 3, so the basic thing that is distribution of data. That data is distributed. That data is distributed to the nodes. Okay, I will gonna talk about the nodes. So let's take a basic understanding. The data is distributed. You can take like among in world in today's like today we are having like more than 190 countries. Okay, so that entire data is distributed across 190 countries. Okay, so that you can take it like in every country there is one data center are there, so all data is already there. Okay, in across more than 190 countries. But if we come across centralized Web 2, so you can take like those number of data centers become less, and the availability of those data centers are in less number of countries. You can take it like 10 countries, 20 countries. Okay, so this is the basic model differentiation in between both of these things. Okay, so you guys can read about these things like just a minute. Let me. I can do one thing. Okay, like most of you are already not aware of these things, so I can do one thing for you. Just a minute. Blockchain. Just a minute. Yeah. So yeah, guys, you can take this thing. I'm just providing it to you. So like yesterday, I provided you some resources. So it is another kind of a resources where you need to have a basic understanding of the blockchain, because so this is a medium article about the basically what is blockchain, how blockchain works, okay, and what kind of like the history and different stuffs are there. Okay, so you will gonna like after reading this, you will be able to figure out the things like how things are. Okay, okay. So basically, nodes means you can take like a servers or like data center, you can take server, you can take. Okay, so those servers are distributed across the world, which I already told you, like more than 190 countries. So what basically happened, uh that data basically is stored into all those nodes. Okay, and there is a like a consensus mechanism basically means when all nodes will gonna verify whatever data is there, only then they will gonna approve. Okay, right now we are in the right condition. So these kind of things are there. Basically, nodes means distributed data centers. Okay, and those data centers are not owned by any particular organization or a company. Those owned by people like you and me. Okay, so what we basically do, we give our resources like I'm having computer laptop. Okay, so what I will gonna do, I will like suppose right now I'm having 16 GB RAM. Okay, and 500 GB storage. So what I will gonna do, I will gonna take this 16 GB, something you can take it like a more than 100 GB to the RAM, okay, and storage as well, like two TVs, okay, so that my desktop, my local desktop will be compatible to store and to provide the resources to the blockchain, entire blockchain. Okay, so this is a basic understanding. So X node, when we come to the X node part, just a minute, let me just, okay, so just a minute. Okay, so basically when it's come to this thing, so one thing can come into your mind, that what are X nodes. Okay, so just just a minute, guys. Okay, guys, I provided you a documentation yesterday. Have you went to it? Like, have you gone to it a bit to understand things and all? Okay, one guy, two, three. Okay, okay. I think like some of you guys went to read about this thing. Okay, that is good. Okay, so basically, what happened if you try to understand X node? So X node is little bit not tricky, but little bit different. It follows the same mechanism of the blockchain, but with a little bit changes, you can say, because it is not only provided data storage, it is provided resources other as well. Okay, like GPUs for the AI thing. Okay, and CPUs as well, like computing power as well. Okay, these things they are providing. So they are not having only one thing, that is a storage. They are having other things as well. Okay, okay, okay. So X node. So guys, you must be aware of this thing. Key feature of X node: modular design, containerization, dynamic scalability, and the seamless integration. So we need to focusing on these things one by one, because the open mesh. Okay, open mesh is a cloud service. I will gonna come on to it later on. I'm just providing a spoiler a bit. Okay, open mesh basically it's a cloud service, like a Azure. Okay, AWS. It's the same thing, but in a decentralized way. And that whole thing, uh, kind of, you can take run on X node. So if you will gonna understand the behavior and the architecture of the X node, then you will be able to understand the uh, mindset you can take of the open mesh and the model they are having. Okay, so that is thing. So modular microservices. So are you guys aware of the microservices? Like, what are microservices and all? Anyone, like some emojis and all? Microservices in software development, you must be heard or like somewhere read about it. Okay, microservices, you guys don't know. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so okay. So are you guys aware of modular kitchens? Like, what is the work, specific work they do, modular kitchens, which we usually have in our home? Okay, okay, some of you are aware of it, as I can see. So anyone want to like tell me about this, because concept is same. Okay, only some things here and there are there. Okay, but the concept is same. So anyone who is aware of the modular kitchen and all? Okay, yeah, Aryan.
So, modular kitchen is a space where the kitchen is not specified a particular space in the home, but it's act as a kind of two thing in one.
Okay, so the thing is, anyone else? Okay, yeah, Maruti.
Sir, modular kitchen is the upgraded version of regular kitchen where we can use and मतलब कि we can use it very easily. Like, it is upgraded version of regular kitchen, I guess.
Okay, okay. So modular kitchen basically you mean you can take it like it's a kitchen where things are not messed up. It's a kind of a kitchen where everything is planned. So every unit are there for the different parts, so that a person can do their work like smoothly, you can take. Okay, so every places are specified kind of for the things which they suits. Okay, so this is a basic understanding you can take. Okay, general understanding of it. So basically what happened, microservices basically means in software development, whenever you will gonna go, so sometimes like when I was working into project, so we were developing a software where we had to where we had to develop the microservices. So basically microservices means where where a service does where you can take, okay, you can take, like if you have too many tasks, suppose you can have a big task. Okay, so what is the basic thing which we do in computer science and engineering, that is we break that big task into chunk of tasks, okay, small chunk of tasks, so that it can be done easily. So this is what we do. If we are having a one big task, so basically what we will gonna do, we will gonna write code. You can take it like in a containers, like 3 to 4 containers, and all those containers will gonna do their work, whatever is assigned to them, and that task will be only one, like one specific task they will be having. Suppose 4 containers are there, so 4 containers which are having code in its uh, in it, they will gonna do the work that is assigned to them. Okay, so this is the basic thing will be there into it. So this is microservice where services went into the micro level. Okay, where each and every where one container kind of is doing one specific task, whatever is assigned to them. So this is basically happen, okay, in microservices. So basically what happen, basically you can take a small self container service that has one main responsibility. You can take it like this thing. Okay, and these containers I'm calling it because it will be easier to understand. Okay, and these containers will gonna interact to each other as well for the resources and for the doing of the task. And how they will gonna do it, they will gonna do it by defined, like well defined APIs. Okay, and this is how things will gonna done into it. Okay, so basically this is the basically microservices. To understanding of microservices was important here because X node are specified. You can take it like X nodes are microservices. X nodes will not gonna do everything. Okay, they will be like if there is one X node. Okay, so that node will gonna do one task, like one specified task. Okay, and other X nodes will try to interact to each other so that the entire connection can be built. Okay, so this is a basic thing in it. Okay, so what had happened basically, uh, basically X nodes responsive for specific tasks. Okay, like data ingestion, model processing, inferences. So are you guys aware of these 3 terms which I told you? Ingestion, data processing, inferences. Are you guys aware of these things? Okay, like anyone? Anyone like can unmute yourself, unmute themselves. You can raise your hand because some of you guys raised your hand, so I'm thinking that you guys know are aware of it. So you have to just raise your hand. Yeah, Kaushal. Hello, Kaushal. Yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. I tried, sir. Some,
Mean like hello.
sir, give me some time.
Hmm? Okay, not a problem. Data ingestion basically means where you are putting the raw data, or basically you can take if okay, yeah, Atar. Okay, you can.
Data ingestion means collection of the data and
Mm.
from the various sources, and data processing means doing the ETL, extraction, transform, and loading and cleaning and cleaning of the data. And inferencing means feeding it to a trained ML model to make predictions.
Hmm. So basically as other said. So the thing is, in when it comes to data ingestion, so basically the meaning of it, like you are providing kind of a data from which you are expecting some output from the model. So what we do basically, like in chat gpt, okay, what we do, we give some like data, like some kind of prompt we usually give. Okay, give us data or information about this particular thing. So what it will gonna do, it will gonna give us some content. But how it will gonna do those content, data after some processing, and after these things which I talked about, basically model processing and inference. So basically in model processing, what happened, the raw data which we provided, it will gonna convert into the language that model can understand. So basically what will gonna happen, it's a kind of you can take pre-processing where tokenization kind of thing happen, where that entire sentence you can take, it will gonna break down into chunks, and all those things which are not required, those things will be cleared out from it. Okay, and then comes the third part, that's the inference basically means where you have a trained model, okay, on some data sets, and what it will gonna do, it will gonna take that thing, and in return of and return after some of the processing and all, it will gonna give us the answers content based on the process data whatever it is having. Okay, so these things are there, and in the processing of it, the entire gpu system comes into the picture. Okay, so so that is a thing. Okay, so the next thing which is important, that is containerization. Are you guys aware of the containerization? Containers, docker, maybe you heard of it anywhere. Docker, containers. Okay, anyone can raise their hand. Okay, I think most of you guys are not aware of the docker. Okay, if anyone is aware, okay, Maruti, yeah. Kaushal is also raising their hand. Yeah, you can also speak after him. Okay.
So
Pooja as well.
containerization is a package where we can store multiple data. Like we use containers to contain our grains and all things. This is kind of that thing we store data in it.
Okay, Kaushal. Okay, Pooja.
Um, Containerization is is it is like a packaging your app and everything it needs into a box, so it run exactly the same anywhere on laptop, any device.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Shiv Kumar.
So Docker is a platform where we store our code in containers.
Mhm.
If my friend wants to run my code, he don't have the versions required to run. Suppose with the help of Docker, he can run the code easily.
Okay. Okay. So the basic understand we can take it like a container means you can take a container of your home. Okay, in a simple sense, where basically what happens, pulses or other stuff stores in it. Okay, so in a similar way, containers are, you can take it like a small unit of computer. Okay, where your code, dependencies, configurations, packages, all stores are into one place. Okay, and like container images, these concepts are there of like docker and all. Okay, so we can focus it on like other time because it's a topic in itself. Okay, so basically this is the understanding of the docker. Okay, where your things are stuffed into a container, you can take it. Okay, so basically what happened, sorry, basically what happened in uh, in in OpenxAI, the nodes, the X nodes are run on container. Basically, they run inside a container. Okay, why? They are lightweighted, isolated. Basically, we can come on to these things So that X node, it runs inside kind of a container. Okay, so that is the main part of it here. And so basically what happened if so this whole thing, containerization, provides isolation and consistency as well. Just isolation and consistency as well, where each node is isolated. Okay, maybe you guys are already aware that this is the important thing of the containerization, that your things are separate from each other, where one thing will not gonna interrupt or disturb the other container. Okay, things are separate from each other. Okay, so this is the thing of it. Isolation and consistency persist in this containerization, where each node is isolated, and nodes environment basically won't mess up with each other, where a particular node will not gonna interfere to another node. So these things will gonna be maintained by using containerization which they use. Okay, so these things are there, and there will be a protection against cascading failures, okay, cascading effects. So basically what happen in cascading effect, suppose if one container crashes or misbehave, so like you can take a one thing, like if you are making a website. Okay, so it can happen, like if there is some bug. Okay, if there is some bug, runtime bug. Okay, so what it can do, it can even crash your entire website. Your entire website can crash with only because of one bug. Okay, so this thing can happen. Okay, but when it comes to containerization, so basically what happened, it prevent us from these kind of behaviors. Okay, so where if one container crashes or misbehaves, okay, so it will not gonna affect other thing as well. Okay, so that is the thing. And resiliency and rapid updates. Okay, so the thing is, uh I don't know you guys are aware of this thing, like I don't know, like 3 to 4 days ago maybe, when I was searching something on Google, so there was, so I don't know like what kind of code they pushed like on Google. So comments were showing, like at the, like whenever we write something on Google, so AI mode, all, and images, those kind of tabs are there, and underneath of it there is a content, articles like links are there. But what I saw, there were comments from the code was mentioned there. Okay, so I don't like how they like push that thing. Okay, so it is a thing in its own. Okay, so what happened, so if you want to update your canister. Okay, like, yeah, not, sorry, not canister, container. Okay, so if you are trying to update a container, so the entire network will not gonna update, because in upgradation basically it can happen, which happened with Google as well. It can happen that something like something buggy or something like error prone things can happen. Okay, by updating things. So so that's why containerization is important, and it prevents the behavior which follows. Okay, so it will not gonna lay down the entire ecosystem which OpenxAI is providing by following the path of the decentralization. Okay, so so basically these are securities. Okay, so in terms of security, just a minute. In terms of security, basically you guys are already aware. Okay, they are so OpenxAI, why it is secure. Okay, you guys can like people like you, okay, and me, and other people as well, they can go to the Hugging Face as well. Okay, that is not a problem, because Hugging Face provide a similar kind of feature we can take. Okay, and similar kind of marketplace. But what they lack, okay, and why in the current market startups are there, they are building things kind of not replica, but they are making, because they think that there is something which lacks in the market, that is the distribution and kind of, you can take a democratization of things. Okay, so that's why OpenxAI is there, which is an alternative of Hugging Face. Okay, where you don't have to like build, deploy, and the other thing as well, which we talked about yesterday and all. Okay, so you don't have to do those things in a centralized manner. Okay, where your data is governed by Hugging Face. Okay, so OpenX, what it does, it provides you self custody. It provides you basically distributed network so that the security can prevail. Okay, the article which I provided you, if you will gonna read it, that you will gonna find it out that how it is kind of impossible to hack a blockchain. Basically, hack a blockchain, not hack a blockchain. Basically, how it is kind of an impossible task to mutate our data. Okay, mutate our data. So that is the thing, because everything is distributed. There's a like computational consensus mechanism is there. So because of which, like, you can't mutate data. You can mutate data of a node, but you can't mutate data on the entire blockchain. So this is a basic understanding. Okay, you can take it. So that's why it's more secure, because the data you are providing, because see, the data you are providing to ChatGPT. Okay, what it will gonna do? Of course, it will gonna sell the data to some enterprises, to some advertising companies, because it is having whole authority to your data. Maybe I don't know you guys heard of it, but some days ago, OpenAI founder declared or pronounced it openly that don't share your personal problems onto ChatGPT. Okay, because it can lead to some like trivial issues. Okay, like, because nowadays people are getting dependent on ChatGPT psychologically as well. So they are sharing personal details and personal things to the ChatGPT. So he tried to avoid it. Why? Because that is a centralized community. Okay, if anything will gonna happen from the ruling government, and anything will gonna happen from the like people demand, okay, so they have to do it. If government want them to provide some data, some things, so they have to follow those things. Okay, so that is the thing. And so that is the basically kind of alternative which OpenX is trying to provide into the market. Okay, so that is the thing. And now the next slide which we can go on to. Okay, just a minute. Okay, open mesh. So if anyone is aware about open mesh, okay. By the way, I shared the documentation yesterday, like Notion, which if you guys know. So I thought you guys will gonna like hover on it a little bit. Okay. So are you guys aware of the cloud services, like basically cloud services which are in the market, like anyone like some emojis? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Akshay. Yeah, bro. You can unmute yourself.
Sir, I have doubt on containers. How the containers are isolated, sir, when they share same OS
Bro, bro, bro,
kernels?
bro, bro, bro. If you are having doubt, you can share it on chat box. Okay, we will be taking it later. Okay, because it will gonna interrupt the flow on which we are having right now. Okay, because like other people are here as well. Okay, so anyone like cloud providing platform basically. Okay, yeah, Pooja.
Cloud services are internet based resources like storage, apps, and computing power that used to without knowing the hardware.
Okay. Anyone else? Like, can you elaborate a bit on it as well? Okay. Yeah, can you elaborate on it as well if you want, Pooja? Okay, Adam. Okay, yeah, you can unmute yourself.
Sir, may I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
The cloud services are nothing but they provide the computing resources, platforms, and software applications that can be run to the virtual network, which is the provided by the cloud providers. Like there are some providers like Amazon AWS, Amazon Web Services, which is AWS, and Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform also. And there are the some three main services are cloud services, which is
What company?
PaaS.
Bro, can you repeat your voice? I think was.
Yes, sir. There are the major some companies are like Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure and the Google Cloud Platform. These are the major players in the market for the cloud services. And the main three services are the AaaS, which is the infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and the software as a service.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he provided a like a you can take elaborate version of what is cloud services and what things are there in it as well. Okay. So if you guys are not aware of it, so it was like a pretty good description about it. So basically, cloud services you can take it like suppose you are not having resources. Okay. Suppose you are not having a hardware of like 2 TB. Okay, 3 TB. Okay. So what you will gonna do? You will gonna store your data somewhere. Okay, so basically, what Kaushal, can you mute yourself? Hello, Kaushal. Yeah. So it's a basic understanding. Basically, what you will gonna do? You will gonna store the data somewhere. Uh, are you guys aware of the MongoDB? Like, it's not a cloud, but similar thing. It's a database. Okay. So what MongoDB does? It stores your data. Okay, but cloud computing platforms, they do other stuff as well, but of course they provide you with these things as well. Okay, where you can store your data. Okay, so that thing is there. So what is the main thing about open mesh? If we go into more open mesh, just a minute. Okay, so basically open mesh is a cloud service platform which is built on X nodes. Okay, and nodes are basically those things which provide us with the resources which I already talked about. Okay, so basically what happened, uh, the entire data, just a minute. Huh. So the entire data which is getting stored. Okay, basically you can take yeah, one more thing. The startup which is started by the guy who started OpenxAI. So before OpenxAI, he he started this open mesh. Okay, so basically you can take it, it's a kind of the same company, like a two company of one guy. Okay, so that's why also they are integrated to each other to provide connection, basically, so that a holistic thing can happen for the user. Okay, so in terms of open mesh, okay, just a minute, let me just change. Okay, yeah, we will gonna come on to decentralization compromise. So basically, simple thing, open mesh is also decentralized cloud providing platform. Okay, where whatever thing is done by the Google, Azure, AWS, those things happen decentralized way, in decentralized way. So are you guys aware of this? That Ethereum, are you guys aware of it? Ethereum. Okay, some emojis. Okay, I want more. Okay, I think like some of you guys aware. Okay. Okay, I can take a 50-50 take. I can take. Okay. Yeah, crypto basically. Okay. Okay, I think like okay. So basically Ethereum, you can take it like a Ethereum, basically it's a crypto. Okay. But it revolutionized the entire decentralized industry because it provides us with the way to develop applications on blockchain. Okay. So it's a simple understanding. So basically what happened, like nowadays what happened, what like suppose if you guys are aware of this thing, that if we will gonna have a desktop with too much, even with small, even with more resources, so it requires huge amount of maintainability as well. Okay, so in recent years what basically happened and still now is happening, the nodes which people thought that are that are like uh, not controlled by any person, those are like owned by a particular person into somewhere, so it was making a decentralized network entirely. But nowadays what is happening, people are doing this thing, they are not having their resources. Okay, they are using Google, Amazon, Microsoft for the same services which they were providing earlier with their hardware and with their local desktop. Nowadays these things are happening. Okay, where the entire thing which they were providing, on which the entire decentralization was on it. Okay, so that shifted the entire thing onto the service provider, basically web to service provider. So now what is happening? So if you see it closely, like today 70% of nodes of the Ethereum are on the web to cloud service providers. Okay, like Amazon and Google or like elsewhere. Okay, so what are we gonna do? So it will gonna deteriorate the entire concept of decentralization, because what is happening? Because what is happening, the entire data, entire things, resources and all those are already controlled by a single entity nowadays. But the concept which decentralized brought, that was the decentralization, not the centralization of the things. Okay, so that's why open mesh come into the picture nowadays. So where they want to go to the previous thing altogether. Okay, by providing nodes where the people who are providing those nodes, they have their hardware, not APIs of Amazon and Google. Okay, so open mesh is this thing. Okay, so that's why decentralization is compromised nowadays. Okay, just a minute. Next slide. Just a minute. Yeah, so open mesh solution is basically decentralization of the things, so that people will be able to have trust as well, and the data which you are having, it will be distributed to the nodes and to the network. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so this is the basic thing which you can read as well. So let me read it to you. Data should be free for everyone. If you're gonna go on to, just a minute, let me share it to you that thing as well. I think it will be beneficial for you. You guys can, just a minute. Okay. Okay, so this is the documentation of open mesh basically. So if you go into it, so you will be able to know a lot of things. Okay, like how things are happening, what is going on. Okay, so guys, make sure to read these things. Okay, these, like maybe you guys are aware of the commandments. Okay, the commandments of the Bible and all. Okay, so these are basically the main things of the open mesh. Okay, so you guys can read it. This is the important thing of this. Okay, so just a minute. Basically data should be free to everyone. Okay, no KYC. Maybe you guys are already aware of the KYC stuff, you know? Are you guys aware of KYC? Okay, I think one guy. Okay, I think most of you guys are already aware, so I don't think I should explain. Okay, registration, payment, or license. Okay, data must be verified. Second point, validated, verified, and guaranteed immutability by design. Okay, network validity at scale, viability at scale, can scale to accommodate uses. Okay, censorship, resistance by design. Okay, able to access from anywhere, anytime, anyone. Okay, fully open source, highly transparency, community, and governance. Okay, this is the main point of the decentralized thing, that things are open source. Of course, even if you go on Hugging Face, there are things which are open source but not 100%. Okay, so in open mesh and in the decentralized world, even the code, even the most important technologies which they are having, those things are open source as well. Okay, because they have to provide, because there is an entire governance behind the circle of the things. Okay, so just a minute. Uh, yeah, okay, just a minute. Okay, so this is the last topic of today. Okay, that is that is OpenX tokens and the use cases. Okay, so are you guys aware of the tokens? Okay, I'm seeing some emojis. Okay, some hands raised. I want. You guys can raise your hand. Because just a token, it's not like that thing. Okay, I want like interaction. Okay, from the people like you. Okay, so that is the thing. So anyone like about token things? Aryan Dikshit, yeah, new guy. Yeah, Aryan Dikshit.
That it's like digital unit type thing that we have on online.
Mhm. Okay, Patila.
So usually tokens are the smallest units, I think.
Okay,
They are the smallest unit of data.
okay. Okay, Aditya, and then Pooja.
So I think like in sentences they are characters, so they are the smallest unit which are in
No,
a
no, no, no,
language,
no, no.
and tokens are like that only, sir. So they are like the building blocks of text. So to form a proper sentence, multiple tokens are used to form sentence.
Okay, yeah, Pooja.
So according to me, tokens is like a coin used for access, payment, or something in system, often in the blockchain or security.
Yeah, Pooja said it correctly. So basically, tokens are the suppose Ethereum. So what is Ethereum? Ethereum is a token. That tokenization is a different thing. That is of AI. Okay, that is different thing. So basically, tokens are suppose in ICP. Okay, so ICP token is there. Okay, so OpenX token. Okay, so basically in decentralization, what happened? If you are having a platform, okay, so if you are having a big platform, okay, like if you're providing a good service, okay, if your thing have any use case, then you have to have a token. Of course you will gonna launch it. You have to have your token for some certain purposes on which we will gonna talk about in a bit. Okay, so basically token means like open x token. Basically token means you can take in crypto market. Maybe you guys are already aware, we buy something, we buy Bitcoin, we buy Ethereum. What we do? Ethereum, Solana, okay, and ICP and other things as well. Okay, what we do by doing that thing? Anyone? We use buy, sell, those things. So what we do? Okay, so basically what we do by buy and selling, basically we are buying and selling it for the profit. But profit is only one thing of a token use case. Other things are for the platform. Okay, like staking, governance, reward. Okay, and in OpenxAI, it's a use case of its own. Okay, like for the services which you want to enable, for those services, OpenxAI token is there for you as well. Okay, you don't always need to own some other token. You can own their token, and because even if you are using any services from OpenxAI, they will gonna charge you some price. But one more thing, that they are charging even 80% less, 80% less as compared to other platforms, like which are in the market. They are charging 80% less. So if you will gonna provide the whatever charges will be there, if you are providing, so you can provide it by using OpenX token. Okay, so that is also a thing. And use cases, you guys are already aware of the governance DAO, so that I will not gonna dive into it. Governance, are you guys aware? Governance, taking. Okay, first governance. Okay, so the Pooja is aware only governance. Okay, What about other two people? Dao, if you are aware, Dao. Yeah, you guys can raise your hand. Like if you know Dao and all, okay. Yeah, Red.
Yes, so these are the organizations that have many members. Like we have ICP on, we have ICP nodes and other member. They have government token, and with those token, they can vote on the what's going to happen next and like these things.
Okay, I think you have worked on ICP, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in governance, basically what happened, it's a kind of a democratization parliament kind of a system where token represent your voting rights. Okay, simple thing. So if anything will gonna come into the picture, so the voting will gonna come into the picture for that particular thing. That's why I told you in the starting, if government will gonna ask OpenAI, okay, provide me this data, that data, okay, so that those guys need to provide. But in terms of decentralization, this is not the way things happen. Okay, voting right will be there, and those guys will gonna vote on one particular thing, and then whatever conclusion or consensus they will gonna reach onto later on, so that will gonna prevail. Okay, into the like ecosystem of it. Okay, the CEO and the CTO and the founders and the investors, they will not gonna have the control over the, you can take company or the things which they are providing to the users. Okay, so this is a thing for the governance is taking basically, you can take it like you hold your token for certain period of time. So for the is for holding your token, you will gonna receive some reward basically, you can take. Okay, and other use case is uh just a minute. Other use case is uh like you are node provider. Okay, so what you will gonna do, you will gonna provide the services in free? Definitely not. Okay, so whatever resources you are providing by being a X node, okay, or node to this platform, so they will gonna give you, they will gonna give you tokens as a reward, or you can take it like a salary or like fees, whatever you take. Okay, they will gonna provide you token to those people. Okay, so that their services can run on the blockchain, and so those guys can uh, uh, whatever cost they are getting from the hardware and all, they can balance basically those things. Okay, so these are the things. So just a minute. So one more use case which is, I think, somewhere is specific to this thing. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay, so one or two like very important use cases of this token, where these use cases are not usual or customary to other blockchain. Okay, because it's not only a blockchain, like the blockchain they are having, that is not only blockchain, they are providing a services, a particular service. Okay, so basically what happened, just a minute. So the thing, suppose you, if you will gonna make a model. Okay, so I already told you like yesterday or today as well, you can even monetize it. Okay, you can monetize it with NFTs. Okay, and and uh, and you can do one thing, you can lease your model, and you can earn royalties as well. Okay, and you can do one thing like you can give licenses of it as well. Okay, so and what do you think, just a minute. Yeah, other than this thing, just a minute. Where's this line? Hmm. Okay, so basically this thing can happen as well. These things are there into the OpenX, where their token of use case, the monetization which you want to do of the token of yours, you can do it with the token of theirs as well. Okay, so these things are there of which you can benefit. because if you are making a model, you are doing a very hard work. So you want to earn some amount of money. So you can do it by monetization, by loyalty, by licensing. These things you can do as well. So other documentation which I provided you yesterday. So there is an entire list of the things which through which you can like be a participant into the token ecosystem of theirs. So basically, these are the use cases which I on which I was talking about. Okay, so just a minute. Yeah. So I think now we can take some questions and then we can wrap up the session today. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One more thing, guys. Yeah. One more thing, guys. Just a minute before taking questions. You can mention your question into chat box. Okay. I forgot to mention one thing. We will gonna provide you a Google form onto your WhatsApp. Okay. So what you have to do, that is a mini task. Okay, you have to fill that Google form, because at a time of certification we will gonna evaluate by the mini task which we will gonna provide you into this workshop. Okay, into the duration basically of this workshop. So this is what you have to do. Okay. Yeah, Bhupender, yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, so guys, we will provide the one Google form to you, and in that Google form we do have some sort of the questions which you guys have to fill out, and that Google form responses will be calculated during the time of the uh, issuance of the certificate. Okay, so it is important for you guys to complete that assignment, and along with that, I'm sharing the attendance link to you as well. So completion of the assignment is one of the, we can say, one of the prominent thing in this, and you guys have to complete that assignment, and then after that you guys will be uh, evaluated during the time of the issuance of the certificate, which is the training completion certificate. Okay guys, I'm sharing the attendance link. Just mark your attendance over there by registering on that link.
Okay, so guys, if you are having any question, you can put it on the chat box, and yeah.
Jyotir, it's already like, the questions are there, right? Can you please pick it up, right?
Okay.
When we are starting hands-on projects, right? There are multiple questions, so please pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, in terms of like the hands-on experience, we will be doing it from tomorrow. Okay, because we have only like 5 day workshop, so we will be focusing on the hands-on experience from tomorrow. Okay, so Olama I already shared you. Okay, try to install it. Okay, as compatible with the desktop of yours. Okay, and then we will wanna having the hands-on experience. Okay, from tomorrow. So just a minute. Just a minute, let me look it from the end. Yeah, so okay, Sahil, I think I answered the main question which was there regarding the hands-on experience. So yeah, you can like take you can next.
Uh, Jyotir, if you roll back, there are multiple questions. So which model will be using Olama, right? If I have a Mac, it will be safe, right?
Okay, yeah, this question appeared right now. Yeah. This which model? This one. Yeah, for the Mac as well, you can install the Olama. Okay, and the model which we will be using. So like we can talk about this thing like tomorrow. Okay, so this thing, because it's a thing in itself, so that's why. Okay, so we will be having like entire lecture tomorrow will be there on this thing. Okay, so prerequisites are there only. Just keep the Olama. Okay, into your local desktop. And there will be some like process, step by step things will be there from my side, which on which I will gonna guide you. And yeah, assignment we already provided to you. Okay, and minimum requirement to download. Okay, minimum requirement. Huh. So minimum requirement in terms of storage, 4 point. I mean, you can take like 5 GB. 5 GB should be there, because when I installed it, so it took like 5 GB. 4.5 something was there, but so it was like a while ago. So 4.5 was there. Like if some upgradation happened, so it can be 5 as well. Okay. So
Guys, like, you can check your WhatsApp group, right? The team will share in a minute or so, right? And based on that, right, we'll share the details, right? Jyotirmay, we have already shared the Olama models that needs to be downloaded.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
guys please start.
I can provide them with again. Okay, like if you guys just a minute, my laptop is stuck. Just a minute. So this is the URL which I provided yesterday as well. So you guys can go into it, and you guys can have it.
Anything else, like Jyotirmay, or are we done?
Yeah, just one question to answer, which a guy asked. Our basically it was like how much things required. Okay, so I already told you like 5 GB. Okay, if you are on Windows 10 and all, so like any window basically, 5 GB. But if you will be having a 50 GB, 60 GB space, so it will be optimal. Okay, and in AI and all, if you already know, so RAM is a big thing. Okay, we have to have a good RAM. So if you are having 16 GB RAM, so it will be good to have. Okay, like you guys can work with a 4 GB, 8 GB RAM as well, but if you will be having 16, so it will be good. So this is the thing. Like yeah, so
Yeah.
you can have, but let's see, because it's a like optimal thing only. Okay, I'm talking about the optimal, like the where things will gonna run smoothly. Okay, so
Yeah, there is a hackathon at the end of the this program, right? Uh, and if you guys are interested into it, right? Uh, like you guys can go and join this up, right? This is where the hackathon is, right? So I think thank you so much, guys, right? Let's catch up tomorrow, same time, right? Do the assignment, right? Team will share it on the group, right? And if you have more questions, do ping us. We'd love to help you out. And tomorrow onwards, it will be complete, like, oriented, tech oriented thing, right? So do join up, right? It will be a worth it learning experience, right? Thank you so much, everyone, for the time. Thank you.